In any case, you guys have blown up my email, and unfortunately, a lot of people were amused by what happened to you last week at Taco Bell.
I'll tell you what, it's a hell of a price for fame. Goodness gracious. That stuff wasn't fit for human consumption.
I absolutely agree. Taco Bell is rough. What possessed you to go to Taco Bell in the first place?
Well, it was 2 o'clock in the morning, and I suppose I desired something akin to horse manure. I wish I could say I was high on weed, but I unfortunately wasn't. It was worse than any drug I could have imagined.
Well, Lancaster, since our listeners have had such a outrageously outstanding response and also quite entertaining, we want to do a segment in each of our podcasts entitled Don't Eat This Shit.
Excellent idea. Would you like to do a review of Taco Bell again?
No, that's not necessary. But my wife actually sent me a link. And Lancaster, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like for you to read it for the folks at home. First, identify what it is, and then read along.
Well, this one's supposedly a little bit infamous. It's on Amazon.com. The product itself is Haribro sugar-free gummy bears 5-pound bag. This review is by Christine Torok on October 3rd, 2012. Oh man, words cannot express what happened to me after eating these. The gummy bear cleanse. If you are someone that can tolerate the sugar substitute, enjoy. If you are like the dozens of people that tried my order, run. First of all, for taste, I would rate these a 5. Soft, true to taste fruit flavors, like the sugar variety. I was a happy camper. But, or should I say, but with 2 T's, not long after eating about 20 of these, all hell broke loose. I had a gastrointestinal experience like nothing I've ever imagined. Cramps, sweating, bloating beyond my worst nightmare. I've had food poisoning from some bad shellfish, and that was almost like a skip in the park compared to what was going on inside me. Then came the, flatulence. Heavens to Megatroid, the sounds like trumpets calling the demons back to hell. The stench, like 1,000 rotten corpses vomited. I couldn't stand to stay in one room for fear of succumbing to my own odors. But wait, there's more. What came out of me felt like someone trying to funnel Niagara Falls through a coffee straw. I swear my sphincters were screaming. It felt like my delicate starfish was a gaping maw, projectile vomiting a torrential flood of toxic, wet, 100% liquid, flammable liquid napalm. It was actually a bit humorous for a nanosecond, as it was just beyond anything I could imagine possible. And it went on for hours. I felt violated when it was over, which I think might have been sometime in the early morning of the next day, and there was stuff coming out of me that I ate at my wedding in 2005. I had 5 pounds of these innocent-looking, delicious-tasting hell bears, so I told a friend about what had happened to me, thinking it had to be some type of sensitivity I had to the sugar substitute, and in spite of my warnings and graphic descriptions, she decided to take her chances and take them off my hands. Silly woman. All the same for her and a phone call from her while on the toilet, because you kinda end up living in the bathroom for a spell, telling me she really wished she would have listened. I think she was crying. Her sister was skeptical and suspected that we were exaggerating. She took them to work since there was still 99% of the 5-pound bag left. She works for a construction company where there are builders, roofers, house painters, landscapers, etc. Lots of people who generally have limited access to toilets on a given day. I can't imagine where all of those poor men and women pooped that day. I envisioning men on roofs crossing their legs and trying to decide if they can make it down the ladder or if they should just jump. If you order these, best of luck to you, and please don't post a video review during the aftershocks. P.S. When I ordered these, the warnings and disclaimers and legalese were not posted. I'm not a moron. Also, not sure why so many people assume I'm a man. I am a woman. We poop too. Of course, our poop sparkles and smells like a walk in a meadow of wild flowers. Thanks for all the great comments. I've been enjoying reading them and so glad the horror show I experienced from snacking on these has at least made some people smile. And that's the review there. What do you think?
Very entertaining, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. That is the Haribro sugar-free gummy bears 5-pound pack. Long time ago, I had regular Haribro gummy bears and no effects from that. I wonder what it is about sugar-free stuff.
Sounds about like my experience with Taco Bell.